Alright, Alico 3, and today we're going to do a PSA bulk order. There are roughly 475 to 500 cards in this order. And the thing that separates this order from a lot of the other 500 card orders is this is kind of primarily a water into wine order, which means, low end cards. I don't know, I'd say 70% at least of the cards in this video were pulled from packs by myself from just wax boxes I bought off eBay. So this was a fun venture. This was prepped late April and then kind of all through May. These cards were prepped and then they were sent off May 29th, 2020. So a lot of classic rookie cards, some stuff you don't typically see graded, and I'm sure I'll get the I'm sure I'll get the question, why you grade this, why you grade that, which is perfectly valid. Some people don't see the point in grading stuff like this, but to somebody that grew up in the 80s and 90s, these are classic sets. This is what got me into the hobby, so these cards are fun to me. And then to try to get them in, PSA 9 and 10 shape is just another challenge on top of that. So that's why these cards were indeed graded. So let's start it off with 1981. So something else. The person I work with PSA told me to group the cards from year, so they're all sorted. So it's going to start out in 1981. It's going to go all the way, I think, to 2017. So we'll start in 1981, so it'll be chronological from year, which is interesting. Here we go with the first card. (1981) Harold Baines. The Flier rookie. So not really the coolest photo with that pipe in the back there. Same one, 81 Flier Baines in an 8. So I mean that's not very impressive. But I was looking for 9s on these. I think there's a third one in here. Here's the third, Baines in a 9. They all look the same, so. Yount, that's your 1982 Donruss in a 10, pack pulled. It's cool to pull a card like this from a pack. I don't know what it's worth raw, 50 cents or something, and then be able to decipher it to have the possibility of a 10, and then to get the 10 is cool. And this is the same deal with Jim Rice, a card that probably hasn't been slabbed a whole lot in its career, but the Jim Rice 82 Donruss in a 9. Here's a Yaz. I thought this one had a chance at a 10 when I sent it in. I would say almost every card in this order, I sent it with the expectation that it should definitely be a 9, and some have chances at 10s, and some should be 10s. Here's Eddie Murray 82 Donruss, so we're into 1982 now. That one got a 10. This one was a little disappointing. 84. We're into 84, so there's no 83s, I guess. I mean, it's just tough. And this is one I don't know how I came across this card. See, the top to bottom's pretty bad, so it's valid. Here's a straw. The right to left is pretty rough. And check the store too. A lot of these are going to auction. I'm just having a lot of fun putting cards in auction. So check the auctions nightly. There's new stuff uploaded every night. Here's a Joe Carter. That's the 84 Donruss, the rated rookie before they had the patented logo. This is pretty good. This one got a mint 9, and the centering looks definitely better than the strawberry we just saw. Slightly disappointing. I was thinking I could get a PSA 9 on the pucket, but an 8. Pretty good eye appeal on that one. Let's see, there's a couple Clemens 8s. We'll just show them at the same time. So Clemens 85 Topps PSA 8. And then the third one got a 9. It's got that vibrant colors. Some of the colors are faded, and that's a difference you'll see in some of the older cards from the 80s, just the variation of the colors between prints, and I think it all has to do with how much ink was in the printer. Here's some Maguires, so couple 8s, and these don't have the best right to left, so I totally understand why these are 8s. Looks pretty fair to me. And then this one got a 9, so it's a little better right to left. It's not really the best right to left centering that you'll see in a PSA 9, but I definitely think it falls within the range of what is expected of a 9. And then Eric Davis got an 8, so that top to bottom's pretty rough, and the right to left's not good either. So that's fair on the Davis. So there's the first box. Look for box number 2. So they're right on top of it. CS has 2 of 20, I think 26, 27. This card makes me think of those back pages. 85 tops to White Gooden. This is a pretty good copy. That one got a 9. That's respectable. Into 85 with the Clemens Flier 8. Let's see, Bonds top straighted. We'll start with the 8. These were all pulled from box sets, so these were the nicer examples that I came across. That one got dinged. That's a patented PSA ding. It happens during the process, but the whole corner's like lifted up. That's something that wouldn't be sent out by most people that grade. And then the next 2 got PSA 9s. Very respectable. We've got Reggie White. PSA 8 on the white. This card's probably only worth 20 bucks in an 8. I don't know if they all have this. See the surface going on in the back? I'm not sure if they all have that little, looks like it's almost wet paint or something behind his ears. But I'll have to take a look at that. Okay, 86 Donruss, the rookies. These were all box set pulls. And so, I mean, I got a great feel for what a PSA 10 in this set looks for. And the card stock is somewhat tough, so you don't have to worry about too many dings when they come straight from the box set. Of course, there's no guarantee you're going to get cards that are centered good enough to be 10s, but the Big Cat, Andres Galarraga, a couple 10s on those. And then I don't know if this card's ever really been submitted. John Kruk, a couple John Kruk 10s. I mean, these are just straight from the seal, so they're just, I mean, that I think that's sort of like, I think it's really hard to just buy these raw on eBay or buy a lot and actually get one that's in 10 shape. I think you almost need to pull them straight from the packs. And then Bond's got an 8. So I think they grade the better players tougher. Not that this deserves a 10 because the right to left's off. That's a scuff on the case by his eye. We got Kevin Mitchell. Good player from the 80s and 90s. A 10 on that. Pete Incaviglia in a 10. Dumpster diving. And then Bobby Bonilla also got a 10. Reuben Sierra. So, I mean, this is a card. Like, I sent this in thinking it should be a 10. It's probably a 10. It's not a card that I'd send in and hope for a 9. It wouldn't be worth the fee. Couple Will Clark rookies. These got 9s, respectable. So the top straighted box sets are definitely tougher than the Donruss the rookies. And then I think Fleer updates tough like top straighted as well. So I mean, these are gorgeous 9s. Top to bottom looks on point. It might be a little too high to the top, but the right to left's almost 50-50 on both. So that's an interesting set. Moving on. Respectable. A couple Nolan Ryans. 86 Donruss. A couple mint 9s. Here's Cal Ripken. Alright, so these Canseco's, I don't really know what happened on the Canseco's, but they all got 8s. I'll probably just sell these in a lot. That edging's kind of bad on top. I understand that one. And then this one, it's got some edging, so The Canseco's were just kind of rough in this order, so probably put those in a lot and just sell all three together. And then John Kruk. So top straight is just a lot tougher than the Donruss rookies. Here's a Bonilla 9. Let's see, Flier update. Here's Bonds. Flier update 8 Bonds. 9. And 9. Into 87. This is one of the toughest sets I've ever come across. 87 Donruss, Nolan Ryan 9. Barry Bonds 9. Another Bonds 9. '87 Fleer and an 8. See that right to left. If I looked at this card today, I probably would not send it in. But I think every order you get better at it. I think if you look at enough cards and you see the sets enough, I think you just get better. So I think I'm better now than I was when I sent this in 8 or 9 months ago. Here's a Bo and a 9. Barry Larkin 9. That's a rookie on the Larkin. And then Eric Davis got a 10. So that'd be a third-year Eric Davis. This card, I'm sure, doesn't have much value, but it looked good, so I sent it in. All right. Did we hop all the way to 1990? There's no 89 stuff. Maybe they didn't sort them in perfect order. Yeah, I'm not sure. But that said it's box 4, so we're just going to go with it. That might not be perfect, but the effort was there to do it in order. 1990 Fleer, Jordan, and a 9. I think that's like a $50 card and a 9 or more. The Jordan All-Stars did really bad, so this one got a 7. And this one got an 8. Here is Hakeem Olajuwon, a couple of these. Couple 9s on those. And then the Fleer in a 9. Vladdy. That's a rookie. Couple Tim Hardaways. First one got a 10. Second one 9. David Robinson. This is tough card stock too, so it's a lot easier to grade than you would think, especially when you pull them straight from the packs. Here's David Robinson in a 10. That's like a $50 card. Scottie Pippen with a 10. Scottie Pippen 9. Dumars 9 or 10, sorry. Stockton 9. Patrick Ewing 9. And then these next two, I wasn't really sure on these because 1990 Fleer football is tough card stock. And there's no issues on the back. The right to left's within 60-40 range, so I'm not sure what's up with these two. Here's Walker and a 9, so I don't know. You know, there's cards you think should be 10s and 10s that you think should be 9s. That's the way it is with all orders. It's all just an opinion. Sosa rookie in a 9. 1990 Donruss. This is a tough set. This is definitely a tough set. Even pulling them straight from the packs, they're off-centered so often, and there's white chipping on the corners, even straight from the packs. So here's a Bernie and a 9. Back to another 1990 Fleer card, Jordan. I've sent in a bunch of these. I've actually never gotten a 10. I've gotten a bunch of 9s though. This is a neat card. David Justice, 1990 Leaf in a 10. Here's a McGuire in a 9. So these were most likely all pulled from the same box. There's Nolan Ryan, 9. Kirby Puckett in a 9. Albert Bell. Some Larry Walkers. Barry Bonds got a 10. Probably going to keep this one. Sosa got a 10. This is like a $70 card maybe. The Sosa 10 bunting card. Frank Thomas. I think here's a Frank Thomas 9. I don't think I've ever gotten a 10 on this. I've sent in probably like 30 or 40. And I actually bought some 10s last spring, and I looked at them closely, and I compared them to my 9s, and they looked the same. Okay, here's another Frank 9. That one's off-centered. Clemens gets a 10. Maddox gets the 9. This is dead centered beauty. Probably keep this one. And then this is cool. Bo Jackson. Probably gonna keep this one too. 1990 Bowman and a 10. And Juan Gonzalez Bowman. Rookie card in a 10. 1990. Upper Deck Mark McGuire and a PSA 10. Not the toughest set. The card stock is pretty weak on 1990 Upper Decks, so you'll notice if you open packs or buy the factory set, you'll see little tiny corner dings on the back that aren't really visible to the naked eye. You got to kind of inspect, but a lot of the cards have small flaws, nothing major. This is the checklist one. It's probably like a $30 card though. The checklist Griffey, John Olerud, of course, fantastic player. I think he had like 2,300 hits and a career average close to 300. So John Olerud, a player you won't hear about now, but back, when he played, he was one of the better players in baseball. Donnie Baseball in a 10. So lots of 1990 Upper Deck. Here's a cool one: 5,000 strikeouts, Nolan Ryan. We got a 10. Justice, rookie, and a 9. A card like this is one that I was thinking it would be a 10 when I sent it in. It probably is definitely not worth it if it gets a 9, but that's how it goes. Frank Thomas Bowman. There's 2 of those, and then the second one got the 10. Definitely better luck on these doing the factory sets. Cards just come out a lot fresher than the packs. 1990 Score. Just like a portrait. Griffey. So I think there's a pretty decent run of PSA 10s on these 1990 Bowmans. That little oil thing, you see how it's kind of discolored in the back, and the sky's a different color. That's all. All of the Nolan Ryans are like that. You'll kind of see with the next one too. So a couple 10s on the Nolans is definitely solid. Let's see, a couple Bernies. Bernie gets the 9. Eddie Murray. I mean, this is dumpster diving here with the Eddie Murray card. This is cool. Albert Bell, his Bowman rookie. Here's a Smoltz a 9, and then we have Robbie Alomar in a 9. That would be a third-year Robbie. He's an 88 rookie. Box 7. We're still going in order. Dave Winfield, 1990 score. This is nice. Griffey got a 10 on the 1990 Upper Deck, and I looked up the market on this, and I think this card was close to $100 or over $100 at the time of filming. So that's interesting. And then this one got an 8, so I think the right to left. It is kind of shabby. Some Sosa Fleers, just one. So Sammy Sosa Fleer, 1990. This is probably less than a $10 card in a 9, and then maybe like 40 in a 10. There's a couple prime times here, so I'm going to show one card at a time, because when I do two, the location I'm filming at gives that nasty glare, and I think it just hurts the video. Here's a prime time in a 10. I don't think his baseball market is as strong as his football market, just because he was a better football player. That may be a theory, could be true. Here's the Griffey 9. I think there's more than one of this. Yeah, we've got more than one. We've got a second one. This one got a 10. I think this card's around 50 to 60 in a 10, so definitely respectable. This is cool. Rock Reigns for a few years. Tim Raines was called, I mean, his nickname's always kind of been Rock Reigns, but on his sports cards it said Rock Reigns instead of Tim for a few years. I know 1990 he did that. This is a card that hasn't popped up a lot in 10 form. I was curious, and this is like over $200. The 19 Flier Baseball All-Stars. This wasn't pack pulled. I think this was a COM-CE card for like $2, but I was surprised it got a 10. I thought it would get a 9. Some Larry Walkers. These were all bought in a lot, and they all look like they had decent shots at 10. So it's a 1989 Pro Cards. His top score Fleer Donruss issues for his rookies are 1990. The Upper Decks. Here's another 9 in the Larry, and there's a third 9. The centering, it might be the centering. It looks good to me, but I don't know. Those copies look clean. 89 star, the Mariners yellow back in an 8 for Griffey. Not the best photo, tossing a baseball. Here's a Fleer. And, I've been successful turning consistent 9s on these 89 Fleers. Every once in a while, they'll slide a 10 in for me. But here's another 9 on Fleer. Here's the 10 that they slid in. And it definitely does look better than the first two we saw. Just centering is just, it's on point. It's almost 50-50. And then there's a couple more. Whoops. Here's a 9. Fifth one, 9. Some football. So I guess we're going back to 1989. Well, I guess we were in 89. Prime time. That's the top traded. This was pulled from a factory set. Tough card stock. So card stock's typically not the issue with these. It's centering. Classic Travel Update 1 Griffey. This was, I think this was actually pulled from a set. So I bought a set of these. I bought some sets from, I think Card World had them for like 10 or 15 bucks, and I bought a few sets just for the hell of it. Steve Young, 89 traded. I'm not sure why he's in this set, because he was on San Francisco. It looks like he got traded in 1986, 1987 he got traded, so I don't know why he's in this set. Here's Troy Aikman. This is a decent card. This is close to 100, I bet. These were all pulled from factory sets. You know, your main focus, or most people's main focus, would be Barry, but there's a lot of other cards you can pull from those sets. Derek Thomas. Here's another Hall of Famer. Steve Atwater's rookie is in there too. That one got a 10. Here's the Griffey Star rookie. This card's surged in a PSA 9 lately. This one got a 9. Excellent copy. Never got a 10. I've probably submitted 40 or 50 of these. I've gotten a bunch of 9s, so there's the Star rookie. We've got Pro Set Dion. I think there's a bunch of these, so I'll show them kind of quick. I was thinking the split on these Dions would be half and half 9s, half 10s, but the majority were 9s, which, you know, it's definitely an awesome grade. It's just expensive to send cards in. That one's off-centered. That one doesn't deserve it. Off-centered. I mean, it's slight, but with these old junk wax cards, it seems like they want closer to 50-50 on these than the ultra modern. See, that one's off-center. That one doesn't deserve it. Here's the 10. That's dead center. That one deserves it. So, yeah, I think they're looking at these cards pretty closely. I don't know. Here's an Aikman, slightly off-center. Doesn't deserve it. There's your Pro Set Aikman. Chris Carter. That one's dead centered. Reggie White. And then here's this. This is kind of, it's out of place, but a second 10. I think the other one looks a little better because the color's darker. Just the ink was more filled up when they printed. Here's next box. So we're going a little faster through the retro wax. I don't want the video to be close to 2 hours. Maybe like 1:20 would be better. Eddie Murray, that's a Topps traded. Of course, looking for the Griffey rookie, and you pull. There's some other interesting cards in that set. Here's the Omar Vizquel, the traded. He's not going to get in the Hall of Fame yet. I think eventually he will. Here's a 10 in the traded. So, yeah, lots of these will be in auction. A third, and this one got a 9. So, decent job on the Vizquels. Here's your prime time. Pocket 9s on the Dions. We've got Griffey. Not the toughest set from his 1989 issues. I've definitely gotten 10s on that in the past. This card is underrated. I know he's got a couple rookies in 88. Some people consider 89 his rookie. I would probably tend to lean towards 88, but this is an early Smoltz without a mustache, so tough to find a Smoltz card without a mustache. Donnie Baseball 9, and of course these are pack pulled. I think that's the only way to do well in 89 Donruss. Here's Puckett. Not that we're doing that well, but I mean I'm getting consistent 9s, and these are dead centered beauties. Here's a Canseco. This has to be a low pop. I don't think a lot of people have sent this card in. These corners are not rounded, but the way they wrap in the cellophane, these were all pulled from the box sets. The corners just aren't, they're not sharp like the 89 Donruss base set. They're not that sharp, but I don't think they take off because they're all like that, if that makes sense. So that's Sandy Alomar. Here's a dumpster dive. This is a good player, Steve Finley, and I was thinking it was a 10, so I sent it in. Some more traded Griffies. Here's a 9. I think these are all going to be 9s. Okay, they gave me a 10 on this one. Very satisfying to go through the work of going through the box sets, the packs, and finding cards that end up getting, 9s and 10s. Here's the traded, because you definitely go through a lot of clunkers. This one's slightly off top to bottom and right to left, and then this one is slightly off right to left, so they are doing a good job with this order in my opinion. Here's an 8 Randy, so I don't know, there's probably like a folded corner on the back that I missed because an 8's not really what you're looking for on a card like that. It's probably a $5 card. Okay, I thought this was a 10. This is probably one. This is tough. Okay, so this is 87 Donruss, the rookies. This is a set, of course, and I think there's 50 cards or something. But the top card is McGuire, and I want to say the bottom card's Bo Jackson. And the top and bottom cards, the way they're shipped around, they take the most beating. So the McGuire and the Jackson are, I mean, I've opened probably 30 or 40 of these. They're always beat. So Matt's kind of more in the middle, so his cards aren't as rough, but it's tough to find a clean Bonds or Jackson. I mean, Jackson or Mark McGuire. 87 tops. I've sifted through so many copies of this card, and it's just a tough set. This is cool because Tony Gwynn with the afro puffing. Here's a Brett. 88 Fleer is a little tricky. The card stock's really tough. I think centering's what could hold some of these back. The back edges pretty much all have that white flaking, so I don't really know. This one looks dead centered, so I'll probably keep that in the PC. Edgar Martinez. See how it's fatter on the left? That makes sense. Okay, and then 88 tops did very well on some of these. So Steve Young. Here's Boz. I'm sure somebody would like this. This card has some nostalgic value, but from my experience, 88 tops isn't the toughest set from these older cards I've dealt with. Kevin Green, of course, recently passed away. Here's his 88 tops rookie card in a 9. This is probably a $20 card. Very respectable. Tony Dorsett in a 10. Chris Dolman. He also recently passed away too. So Chris Dolman in a 10. We've got Walter Payton, and that's the record breaker. I'm not sure. I think this is his base card, and they just put the record breaker on there. I could be wrong, but that one got a 10 as well. I don't think a lot of people sent this in, but he's a Hall of Famer. Dwight Stevenson, the lineman from the Dolphins. His rookies, I think it's 84. But there's the 88 All-Pro card. Here's some more 89 stuff. Edgar Martinez. 9. Whoops. Biggio. You're definitely looking for 10s on these Biggios, and they are beauties. Here's another Biggio 9. This is kind of a dual card. So McGuire and Canseco, 88 Fleer. Thought that would be a cool one to get slabbed. And then we've got some Griffey 88 Donrusses. I'm a little more not as strict when I send in Griffey because he's got so much more value than the other players in this set. So this one got a 9, and then the next two. That right to left centering is kind of rough on this one. The rest of the cards got a decent appearance, but it's probably valid for an 8 on that one. And then this one, got an 8 as well. All right, continuing on. This should be box number 11. Let's get to it. '97 Leaf Berry. I guess I broke a box of this stuff, but a Leaf base berry. This design is modeled after the '98 football design, double diamond red to 2500. I think football has that exact same format. The year with Peyton and Moss. So Adrian Beltre, that's the 3rd-year card. We've got a this will go into my Griffey set registry. But 98 Bowman pack pulled PSA 10. It's probably decent value on this, $50 I bet. Here's a Chief, Tony Gonzalez. This is the 97 Ultra. Diamond Cuts Man Ram. Interesting insert. I don't know if there is a lot of demand for the Diamond Cuts. I think some of the other, like the Hot Gloves, have a lot more demand in the hobby. But I thought it was an interesting card, and of course I've got the Manny set registry that I don't really add to very often. I need to work on that. You just get tied up in other things in the hobby sometimes. Okay, this is accurately graded because there's a refractor line across the whole middle of the card right here. This is what I thought it would get, an 8. But it's the actual refractor. It's not the preview type, so it's 97. I don't have this card, so I'm just going to keep the 8. It's got good shine. Here's a numbered McGuire dress for success. I just bought this raw off eBay. That's a neat one. Here's the hot commodities. These are sensitive because of the black edges and corners. So an 8.5 is actually pretty respectable on this one. So hot commodities Griffey. This one's got something going on. It's definitely accurately graded. I can't remember if it was a surface line or, I mean, it's definitely not centered perfect, but it's a sick card. These 97 Topps Chrome refractors have a really strong following in the hobby, and of course it's Barry Bonds. Here's a chipper, hot gloves in a 9. Just filthy. Got Bonds. Bonds hot gloves in a 9. Here's a Bonds Bowman. These 97 Bowmans, you know, are a pretty immense challenge. You know, I always try to get the 10 and the Beltron and the Beltray. But there are Hall of Famers that I pulled in the packs, and I'm like, oh, it looks like it has a chance at a 10, so I send it in. Here's Jonathan Ogden. It's like he's just holding the football on the back there, but 96 Pinnacle. Probably not a ton of people have actually graded this card, but I mean, it's Jonathan Ogden. It's his rookie. It looked clean. You know, cards like that, I think they're for sure a 9, and you know, there's a chance I'll get a 10. Okay, this is Grassroots. This was a little rough, but it's not perfect. It's got some white on the corners there, but Grassroots, kind of an interesting insert from 96 Leaf Berry. Here's an Iverson. This is, you know, the same set as the Kobe. Here's the Iverson. I'm gonna guess a 9 in this has got some decent value. It might be over $100 or $200. I don't know. But Iverson rookie, pretty neat. We've got Power Alley Griffey. This is such a cool insert. It's out of 5,000 on the back. 96 Donruss Power Alley. And then Marvin Harrison, the 96 metal in a 10. So it's the type of order that I think a lot of people are just going to love it, and there's going to be some people, the people that love the ultra modern, that aren't going to have the same enthusiasm for it, and that's fine. But this type of order is just extremely fun to me. Okay, next up. This is cool. It's got some interesting shine. Kind of looks like a refractor or something, but it's the 96 Score Future Franchise Chipper Jones in a 9. Here's a Studio Griffey. I don't think I had this one. This will get added into the registry. So I'm actually working on a 100 card all Ken Griffey Jr. order. It's gonna take a while, but I'm gonna hope by like June I have that one ready. It just takes time to find worthy cards. Is this the Titanic Taters one? Yeah, Titanic Taters. These are, I think there's 2 of them. So here's the first one. This one got a 9, and then the second one got a 10. So a couple nice ones there. Let me tilt the camera down. We're getting a little glare. 95 metal Michael Jordan. Mint 9. This is sick. This probably has a low pop too. Dream Teams, you know, back when I was a kid, I used to open these packs, and I used to love the look of these Dream Teams. So Emmitt Smith Dream Team in a 10. It's not the toughest card stock either. This is a neat one too. 95 Flair Hot Glove Bonds. These are usually always 10s if you look it over and it's not scratched, because it's built like a credit card. So I mean, these numbers are actually raised off the card just like a credit card. It's an interesting design. It's got the swipe on the back. But here's the Alex Rodriguez. This one got a 10. This is a second year A-Rod. We've got the museum collection Manny from 95. Cool up close photo there. Griffey with the grandma. This is a classic. I'm telling you, these. If you pack pull these, you just have your odds increase so much on getting 10s and even 9s on certain sets. Ricky Henderson 95 Flier. I actually like the design of 95 Flair. I think it's a pretty polarizing design, but Canseco, it's not like the 91 where everybody hates it. I actually like that set too. Canseco and a 10. These Fleers did well, except for McGuire, 8.5. 8.5 on McGuire, which is, it's actually rare to get an 8.5 from PSA. Randy got a 10. Sosa gets a 10. This is neat. 94 score. This is probably a low pop card, but 94 score Dion. And the second one got a 9. Warren Moon. A Warren Moon 10. He was an awesome player. So. And Aikman gets a 10 too. So 94 score Aikman. Okay, this is this is cool. This is 93 Flair. It's got the Provisions look. It's the Hakeem Olajuwon, with Africa in the background. That's a sick card. I think somebody's gonna go nuts for that card in a 10. We got the Falk score. Love the Falk score. The second one got a 10 too. Here's the Tops, 94 Tops Falk, the flagship. This is the Playoff Contenders 104. I think, yeah, this is the actual base card from the 94 Playoff Contenders draft picks. 94 Studio Griffey gets a 10. And second one gets a 9. Not bad. This is a tough card, so a 9 is very respectable. It's got kind of a weak top right corner, so it's probably not the cleanest 9 you'll ever see, but it's out of 10,000. It's got a high print, but for that year, 10,000 was somewhat low. Here's the Frank and a 9 as well. Same set. Third year Manny, the 94 Select base, and this one got a 10. The Rookie Prospect. It's not a rookie card, but sometimes that's how cards are made. A-Rod Collector's Choice. This is a decent card in a 10. It's probably $20 in a 9 and maybe $120 in a 10. But the Collector's Choice, always an interesting photo on that one. And this set is tough if you ever break 94 Ultra. You see this bottom gold foil? The cards just come out with dings almost every time. So if you ever try to grade these, it's an extreme challenge on those ones. 93 Fleer, David Robinson in a 9. This is an interesting card to sneak in, but Garrison Hurst had a few good seasons, so I don't know. This is probably stretching it, but star rookie and a 10. It probably got in there because it's a star rookie. Here's a Tomei Donruss 93 and a 10. Canseco. And Diamond Kings Larry Walker. And that is a blazer for a 9. Pack pulled blazer right there. The nicest 9 you'll ever see. 94 Pinnacle Chipper Jones. This is cool. And rounding out with Tony Gwynn. 94 Bowman. So those last 3 were really good boxes. Here. '92 Flier Shaq. That's the classic, iconic Flier rookie there in a PSA Mint 9. Here's a sweet Jordan. These are pretty hot right now, too. This is the 1992 Michael Jordan Slam Dunk Challenge. Dunking over Ewing, I guess. He's like on his back, but that one got a PSA 10. Alonzo Mourning. Probably not a ton of value in the Zoe rookie. And then 92 Fleer Barkley. The toughest aspect of this card is centering. It's tough card stock. When I say tough, I mean it's strong card stock. Here's a 92 Ultra Alonzo Mourning. Couple Jordans coming up. The 92 Topps All-Star card is an 8.5, and same card, this one got a 9. This is a highlight. PSA 9 on that. And then this is the base, the flagship base, Karl Malone in a 10. Topps Gold. Patrick Ewing. Just a sliver off top to bottom, or it'd probably be a 10. Here's Reggie Miller. A 10 on the Miller. Don't know what happened with this bird, because the rest of my 92s were rock solid, but there must be some type of wrinkle on the back or something I didn't see. Here's Dennis Rodman, 92 Topps Pistons. That one's also a 10. This is one of the cards that I was really stoked about. It's the Manny 93 Upper Deck, so it's a second-year Manny. Doesn't say Star Rookie on it, but he does have a 94 Upper Deck that says Star Rookie. I mean, obviously it's not a rookie card, but this isn't either. His 92 stuff is his rookies, but it's just a cool card to get a 10 in because it's tough. It's in that Upper Deck series, too. The hobby boxes that are blue instead of black, and, of course, it's got the Jeter in there, which is absolutely impossible. That's a tough card. 93 Ultra All-Stars. This is an insert I always thought was so cool as a kid, and to this day it's sweet. So I don't think I had this one graded, so I'm going to keep this in the registry. I'll sell this one. I like to get 8.5s on card, at least 8.5s or 9s on cards like this if I'm going to add them into the registry. But it's the Upper Deck Lost Collection in an 8. Score Select 93. Wade Boggs in a 10. Here's a 93 Fleer Brett. And 93 Score. So break the boxes of the 93 stuff. And look for Jeter, and then there's a lot of other stuff you can pull to slab. I guess we're jumping to 98. Jimmy Rollins, 98 Bowman. 98 finest, Fred Taylor. Topps Chrome. This is the row 3, so this is the most common. There's a 2 and a 1. The 2 is Style, and the row 1 is Grace. Yeah, this one's got kind of rough corners. That back one, I mean, I think it's accurately graded. Doesn't quite look like a 9 to me. So that's the retail version. The outline looks like a football, or the design. It's kind of interesting. This card's probably a couple $100 by now, but the Moss Skybox EX 2001 in a 10. This is acetate card stock. Here's the Bowman in a respectable 9. Flier, which can be tough because there's often chipping on the bottom corners and edges. So a 9's pretty good, and then this one got a 10, so it looks just a tad nicer than the 9. I'm gonna keep this in the PC. I don't think I have this card in a 10, and it's cool. I think I got this on ComC for like $3 or something. This was pack pulled mirror image fusion. I just thought it was cool because it was David Ortiz and Frank Thomas, and it looked like it had a chance at a 10. It comes back at 9. This was from the same box. I pulled the Pedro refractor, and I was like, oh, it looks pretty clean. Let's send it in and see what happens. It's got that patented 90s shine on it, so that's a cool one. It's numbered to 400, so we're into all the cards I pulled from that box. So David Ortiz, second year. This is like a $50 card in a 10. Jeff Bagwell base. I don't know. I don't think there's going to be much value for like Bagwell. And here's Mike Mussina was in the box. I mean, this type of card stock is just there's not a lot that can go wrong with it. And then Cal Ripken. But I mean, there was scratching on some on the front and back that I chose not to send those ones in. I just tried to send in the ones I thought would probably get 10s. Tony Gwynn, 98 Bowman. Mint 9. We've got Michael Lowell. He was a good player. I mean, obviously he's not ever going to be a Hall of Famer, but I always liked his story. I think he came back from some type of cancer. But Michael Lowell, 98 Bowman. And he went on to play for the Marlins after this, and then, of course, the Red Sox. Here's a Tomei 98, Tomei Bowman base. Whoops, that's a 10. And then we've got Greg Maddox. Here's 99 Bowman Gold. It's actually not labeled correctly. They forgot the gold, so I don't know if I'm not gonna keep it, but I don't know if I'll sell it like this or just send it back. It seems like a waste of time to send it back and wait like 6 months just for them to add gold on the top of that. I don't know. So that's I think I got that in a pack. Here's the Barry, the 99 Topps Barry. Champ Bailey, Diamond Cut from 99, Upper Deck Black Diamond. Not sure how tough these are. I don't think they're overly tough. This next one's cool. Stadium Club Chrome Clear Shots. That's definitely acetate. Okay, this was pack pulled. And I mean, if you pulled this back in the day, you know, when the product came out, it'd be one of the biggest cards you could hit in the whole product. But I mean, it's still a cool card to this day. But it's the International Refractor Rookie to 100, and it had some weird scratching, so I thought it'd be a 7 or an 8. It came back an 8. Not bad. McGuire Bowman Chrome. Here's Vlad. This is paper, so paper Tome in a 9, or sorry, in a 10. Top straighted Adam Dunn. This is a neat one, you know. He's not going to be a Hall of Famer, but he did, I think he hit like 450 home runs in his career. So, here's Sabathia. Here's Bowman in a 9. This card's probably starting to creep up a little bit. In a 10. And then the pulled this from a box set, tops traded. Got the Moss crown in a 9. Love the crowns. And the season opener, this one got a 10. Flagship 9. Score. For some reason, whenever I send in scores, I always get 9s on these. I think they're all 9s again. So, I'm not saying that they deserve 10s. I'm just saying I typically get 9s on these scores. This edge is black, and there's typically some chipping. It could be the right to left center, and I don't know. The top to bottoms looks pretty good on all of these, but just a tough set for me. But 9 still, you know, it's still a decent card. It's probably worth $20 in a 9. Uh, 99. So here's the Topps Chrome Ricky Williams refractor. Crazy shine on these. Here's a second one. Couple edge refractors now. A 9, an 8, which will probably go in auction. The top to bottom's kind of raggedy on this one. This is neat. This is tough card stock, or it's just chipped so often, and this one has a small dabs of white, so I don't think it should be a 10. Torrey Holt 9. We've got some of these. So did well on the Players Inc. edges. So these are still cheap. You can get these for like $30 raw, and I just scoop them up when I see them. It's a first year. It's an Edge rookie SP Authentic autograph, you know. I mean, for $30, and it's on card. So 3 of these, they came back 10s. This is cool. This is the Excitement. There's also the Super Excitement to 25. So this is the 1 to 250, and it came back a solid 9. $2,000 Topps Piazza PSA 10. We've got the metal emerald. It's got some chipping on the edge on the back, so not worthy of a 10. But good enough to go into my registry. And then I might put this in auction and just see what happens with it. It's an interesting card. It's a Topps combo, so the 3 shortstops that were, you know, the face of baseball at this time, 20 plus years ago. Nomar, A-Rod, and Jeter. And then a couple of these McGuire Finest that were just pulled from the box, and they look like 10s. This is cool. This is the championship ticket to 100 from 2000 Contenders, of course, the same set that boasts Tom Brady. Here's the Jamal Lewis, you know, a back that had 10,000 yards in his career rushing and a 2,000-yard season. So I mean, he's definitely never going to go into the Hall of Fame, but he had a definitely solid career. So here's an Urlacher. It's got some nice shine on it. That's the 2000 Bowman's Best auto, and that's also on card. Okay, this one. I thought I had a good chance at a 10 when I sent it in. It's the flagship Sean Alexander rookie. I think he might get into the Hall of Fame eventually because he's got 100 career rushing touchdowns, which is pretty substantial. Here's a Pacific Brady. These have been going for like 350 to 450 in the past week, so I'm sure they're cooled down because that just seems high for the Pacific, but in PSA 8 form, that's what those have been going for. Here's the certified Bowman auto of Urlacher in a 9. These were tough pulls back in the day. Just can you imagine if they made a Brady Bowman auto like this in that set? How much those would be going for? Here's some 2000, 2001 stuff. Okay, it's 2001. So here's Cal. Flier Authority to 2001 Ichiro. This is a very solid grade for this set. This is the Premium Star Ruby to 125. It's the parallel off the base, which is out of 2001, but the Star Ruby Red Vic in a 9. So a Vic card sneaks into the order. Here's a Pujols. It's got a lot of edge chipping on the back, but I've seen a lot of 9s online that have the same issue, so they just don't look at that edge chipping on the back that tough. I think the 10 should have pretty much no edge chipping on the back, which is tough to do with this set, but 2001 Bowman, and there is a gold variation of this where this is just gold. I think his fake signature there. Here's the Bowman. This is from the Bowman draft pick set, which also boasts, I believe, Chase Utley's in this. Chase Utley's rookie. But there's the Ichiro in a 9. This is going to be one of the biggest cards in the order. So rookies and stars Ichiro. I checked the data in the last year. I have not seen a PSA 10 of this sell. Not to say that makes it incredibly valuable. There might not be a lot of them out there, and it's definitely a cool card. So the Leaf Rookies and Stars Ichiro PSA 10. Here's the Star Rookie. Mint 9 on the Star Rookie. And then the next card had lots of chipping. Actually, the next two I thought would be 7s or 8s, but they're the Rookie of the Year Vics to 50. And the first one got an 8, and the second one, I think the second one got an 8 too. So a couple 8s on these. This is a sweet one too. Flagship Vic in a 10. So I sift through these all the time, and I would say I don't send in probably 90% of them. I don't send in because they're going to be 7s, 7.5s, and 8s. But this one looked good. Elite, the Aspirations to 93 right there. Die cut, mint 9. A couple of these victories, is there 3 of them? Yeah, 3. So this one's slightly off-centered, so accurately graded. This one's off-centered too, but consistent PSA 9s on cards like this. This card's probably worth 40 or 50 bucks. You don't have to have a 10. So a few 9s. Here's an 8.5. It's one of the only 8.5s in the order, but the Upper Deck Vintage Breeze, a low-end card. Similar to like the Upper Deck Victory and the MVP from that year. Here's the Game Gear 500. That's part of the base set. Upper Deck Game Gear. It's actually a pretty cool card and image, and it's got a somewhat low print of 500. And then here's the retro. The Topps Heritage base to 1956 because of the card design. Looks like the 56, I think. That's why they did that. But a solid PSA 9 on this one. Continuing on. '92 Fleer, Nolan Ryan. Check your top to bottom centering on these. That's the main issue I see. Cal Ripken, the kind of like the Provision style card. Mint 9, so and then Larry Walker at a 9. So honestly, this is tough card stock, so the back doesn't typically have any dings. Top to bottom and your right to left is pretty much the only two things that can go wrong on that set. So that's a little trick with that set. It's not one of the tougher junk wax sets to grade. There's a Sandberg 10, but the resale's pretty damn good on 92 Flier. Couple Sandbergs, Provision Yacht. Interesting car with like baseballs floating around in the background. 9 on that. Here's a couple Manny's. This is the 92 draft pick. One of my subscribers actually informed me the Youth Services League was like I think he said like a traveling team, so like a tournament team. So this is probably maybe, I don't know, the summer after high school or something. So the 92 draft pick, that one got a 9, this one got a 10. It's definitely still a lot cooler photo than his 92 Bowman. Here's a Shaq Flier, the slam dunk, not the base, in a 9. Here's a Griffin, a 9, the 92 Flier. It's just a touch off top to bottom, so I think that's fair. That's such a cool card. The 92 Provisions Nolan. That one looks like it's centered. It might be just a little off top to bottom. Frank Thomas. So these are tougher, these Provisions. But the Ken got a 10, so that's sick. I'm gonna keep this in the PC. Yeah, let's compare it to the Nolan top to bottom. I mean, it's close. It's just got a little more top border. Like the Nolan top border is thinner. This one's got a little more. It's pushed down just a little more. I mean, it's very subtle, but that's a lot of what separates 9s and 10s in this old school wax stuff. Here's a Bagwell 92 Ultra. So that's a second year Bagwell. Crime Dog. This is sick. 92 Bowman Piazza. Here's a Manny, the 92 Donruss, the rookies. These actually come in not factory sets. They're in boxes. There's packs. I think there's 36 packs in a box. Around a 200 card base set. Maybe it's lower, like 150. But Pedro and Manny and Jeff Kent are in that set. And then the Elite Series Ken, that's just filth. So a PSA 10 on the Elite Series. That's probably close to $1,000 card. I haven't checked. But I just got these raw. Probably about 75 to 100. And the second one got a 10 too, so that's just filthy. A couple of 10s on the Elite Series. Beautiful. Continuing on. This is cool. It's got the 3 different photos. Conseco. Here's a Slammin' Sammy Sosa 92 Upper Deck and a 10. Leaf Gold Rookies Pedro. Mint 9. Let's do this one. This is an impossible 10. This is the 92 Donruss Phenoms Piazza. These actually come in boxes of this stuff. So in 92 Donruss the rookies, I would say you get 2 or 3 of these Donruss Phenoms per box, and Piazza's part of that set. So he's like the only like decent, I mean, I think he's the only Hall of Famer that you can pull in that subset. So a Phenoms, Piazza, and a 9. Here's the Pedro I just showed. The Pedro Donruss rookies in a 10. A second 10 on Donruss the rookies. '91 Flier, the All-Star Team card in a 9. And this could almost be an 8. See this top border? See how thick that red is and how thin that top that red is? That's the main thing I look at when I did break some '91 Flier basketball. And then this one looks about the same, so PSA 9 on this one as well. Here's the '91 Flier base. Same thing going on. So it's just tough to find ones that are actually centered. That's probably why the 10s sell for so much. And I haven't seen a lot of 10s of this card, but I would guess that they'd be, pretty much 50-50 on those top 2 borders. Here's another 9. That one's maybe a touch better. It's about the same. Here's the '91 Flier Magic Johnson Provisions card in a 9. Karl Malone gets a 9. Third Pedro, Donruss the rookies. There's a couple more of these. Here's a mint 9 on it. And an 8, so I'll probably put this one in auction. It'll probably go for $5. Luis Gonzalez, this is obviously a card I wouldn't send in unless I thought it was a 10, so I got a 9. And then Wade Boggs, I don't know why, but I struggle with the '91 Bowmans. Ultra '91 All-Stars Barry 9. Here's Dave Winfield '91 Topps flagship brand. So this is the '91. It's got the 40, and I believe 2021 comes out today, and it's got the 70 in the design. So it's pretty cool. Greg Maddox '91 Topps. Griffey 91 Flier, so it's a little off-center, but it's probably within the 60-40 range. Bat 300 means right here. I think some of the versions say bat around 300. I don't know why, but this one says bat 300. See that in the paragraph there? I think that's what it's talking about. Just slight variations from Flier. 91 Upper Deck Thomas, second year Frank Thomas. He does not have a 1990 Upper Deck. For some reason, he wasn't in the set. Doesn't have a star rookie. 91 Scores tough. Very tough set. There's Bonds in a 9. A couple Griffeys. '91 Star Silver Edition 8.5. Here's a couple chippers. 91 Score chippers. Probably like a $15, $20 card in a 9. Couple 9s on chippers. Score rookie. The 91 Score Rifleman Griffey in a 9. This is cool. 91 Bowman Griffey in a 10. Here's Jeff Bagwell's rookie in a 9. I think there's a couple Tomeis. 3 Tomeis. Mint 9 on the first, mint 9 on the second, and let's bring out the third. The third gets a 10. It's probably over $100 at this point, the way that the market's kind of surged here. Here's a Pudge in a 10. And Pudge in a 9. Okay, let's go with this one. Snuck a Cal in here. The Ultimate Collection. So PSA 8 on this one. Recently inducted into the Hall of Fame. First ballot. Pretty impressive. Here's a second-year LeBron Flair base card in a 9. I used to have those shoes, oddly enough. Second year, right? Yeah. That's a pretty cool photo, but second year LeBron in the 9, that's ultra. Here's a Steven Jackson. I think he'll get into the Hall of Fame. I don't know when, but eventually he'll be in. He deserves it. So Steven Jackson 9, refractor, a second refractor in a 9. Eli, this one kind of snuck in there. I mean, it's overall his stuff's pretty cold, I think. But top scrum refractor Eli 8. Here's a Rivers PSA 9. This is the finest base auto. It's pretty cool. Gold X Factor. I believe these are uncirculated cards, so they're in like those. They almost look like one touches. And they've got the little peel off thing on the top. So Steven Jackson 9. Snuck this pup in, but you know, at the time when I sent it, I think these were selling for right around 100, so it fit in. But it came back at 10. So this is probably the best card in the order. I don't know, that Elite Series Griffey, I don't know how much those have gone up, but I think this card's, it's got to be at least 1,500 at this point. Portis. Topps Chrome refractor. Of course, all the cards are refractors in 2002 Topps Chrome. It's kind of like Prism 16 and 17 football. All the rookies are refractors. Here's an Ed Reed finest base in a 10. This is cool because it's the silver one, so it's out of 250 on the back there. It's got kind of like a gray border instead of the black. And a respectable 8.5 on a tough set. 0-2 Bowman and Topps are very difficult. This is sick. The Elite Ed Reed 400. Here's some examples of 0-2 cards. So here's the Peppers Bowman in a 9, which is actually very respectable. Here's Topps 8.5. Topps Chrome 9. This is a neat card. I bet somebody will pay a lot for this. I might put it in auction. It's going to be a cool card to somebody. I think it's neat. It's just not something that I would typically keep in my collection. So, Home Run Royalty 01 Topps combos, Griffey and Aaron. That's cool. Pedro, PSA 9. 01 Topps. This is probably a big one. Here's the Jeter. Jeter got the 10. So the next time I do one of these, I'll do it candid. So I won't look at any grades, and I'll just, first time I see the grades is when I film. People seem to like that more. I guess we're back to 89. So 89 Bowman. I have a knack for getting mint 9s on these. One of my bulks a couple years ago, I got like 25 9s in a row on this card, which, you know, now it's like a $60 card. So, I mean, at the time, I wasn't upset either. It was like a $30 card. Here's an 8 on the Bowman. A 9. So, I mean, if you just, the way I've studied junk wax and, you know, done these videos for a while, if you just look at this card, you can tell it's not a 10. It's not. It just doesn't look like a 10. So, very accurate there. And then this one looks more like a 10. It's just got the centering and the vibrant colors. So, Steve Finley. I mean, you would prefer to have the Griffey 10, not Steve Finley, but I thought Steve Finley was a good player when I was a kid. Played for a while, too. He had to have 2,000 hits. But Steve Finley, 89 Bowman rookies. I just sold one of these in a 10 for like $90. But here's a 9 of the Bow. Second 9. A couple Venturas. I think they both got 9s, yeah. Ventura. That hat's like painted on, superimposed image. Is he straight? Yeah, he was out of college. I think he went to Oklahoma State. This is sick. Barry Bonds. I'm gonna keep this one in the collection. I'm not gonna list it CBF or anything, because a lot of stuff I've been marking up as CBF gets bought now. It didn't used to be that way. Here's the Griffey TV card with his dad and a 9. This card has a soft market. People just don't like it, to be blunt with it. Here's a 10 on the Griffey. I'll probably toss one of these into auction. I've got 2 10s. I'll probably put one fixed price and one auction, so probably a $40 card, $50 maybe. Brady Anderson, you know, Mr. 90, was it 95 or 96? I think he hit 50 home runs. So Brady Anderson rookie card. I mean, it's a card. I sent things. I thought it was a 10. Barry Larkin. Here's a Maddox in a 10. That's filthy. I'm going to keep that one. So, third year Maddox. Sheffield got a 10. Very soft market for him. But if you look at his stats, he's, you know, he is a Hall of Famer, but he probably won't get in because of the steroids. But he's got easy Hall of Fame numbers. Mike Schmidt. George Brett. This is cool. This is the Flair Hot Gloves 94. This is the first year that they did the Hot Gloves. And they ran with these for about 5 years, I think. One got a 10. And then Frank Gore, 2-color patch. $8.99 print. 05 Spa. And an 8. Let's see. Kind of getting towards the end. There is 3 left. So we'll do these last 3. Into 05 now. 3-color patch. Slightly better than the last one we saw. Another PSA 8. You know, thicker card stock. It's just tougher. 8's fine with me, though. Let's see. Here's a Monahan. 13 Spa Future Watch Auto to $9.99 and a 9. That's the same year as Nathan McKinnon's rookie. I used to have his Future Watch Auto, and I sold it in a 10 for like $600, and I thought it was a good sale, but I think it's worth like thousands now. Young Guns Canvas McKinnon 8.5. Here's an Anthony Davis. So they were passing out the 8.5s, which at times are impossible to get, but racking them up here. So Hoops, Anthony Davis rookie 8.5. Kawhi Leonard, Don Russ Elite out of 5.99 base in a 9. Here's Lindor. Bowman draft chrome base in a 9. Manram. That's the orange. 2009 Bowman chrome orange refractor. This is tough. This is such a tough set. I don't think I've ever even seen a PSA 10 of this card. This is one of the toughest sets I've ever tried to grade, actually. 2007 Topps Football. And then Calvin got an 8. So, I mean, these were like the nicer copies that I came across. So, you got to figure a lot of the ones I saw were like 7s, 6s, 7s. So, Calvin 8. Brady to the 07 Bowman Chrome base in a 9. What is fourth year LeBron finest base? I don't know. There's probably a decent market for this card. It's just a base finest card, but second one of that card. And then coming up next is it's a Topps. This is cool. Fourth year Topps, dunking on, I think it's Zoe, isn't it? Looks like Alonzo Mourning, but mint 9. Here's an 06 Bowman Chrome gold refractor Manny. Cedric Benson. Outstanding college career. 5,000 yards, 64 touchdowns, averaging 5 a carry. And then, in the pros, I think he racked up about 6,000 yards and 40 touchdowns, which for a tailback in this day of age is very respectable. Short lifespan. Here's a Rogers Bowman in a 9. Rogers Bowman 9. Flagship. Flagship gets the 10. This is like, $900 now for a flagship 10? I don't know if they'll drop off much, but I know at the current moment they're selling for a lot. Absolute memorabilia. This is the base one, $9.99, with the Lloyd Christmas haircut. Drop a bowl on your head and cut around the bowl, and you've got this haircut. Mint 9. Couple more. Andre Johnson, Bowman's best rookie auto. Print 199 and a 10. Let me move some of this around a little. Griffey Flier. Got a 10 on a Flier. Pretty cool. Classic Series 3. The yellow Frank Thomas card in a 10. Probably not the most appealing card to many. This is pretty shaky. Tony Gwynn in an 8. 1990 Bowman. Don't know really what's going on with that. Maybe it's that little surface thing. Sometimes there's wax from the gum that leads through. I must have missed that. Michael Jordan. This is like a $300 card, and I was breaking these boxes. I was getting them for like $50. I don't know what they are now, and I was getting like 3 clean Jordans per box. So, whoops. It's not really the toughest set either. This is, I guess, an air card. Yeah, 31,000 touchdown passes. Mint 9 on the Joe Montana. 1990 Fleer. 91 Bowman Gwynn in a 9. Jordan. Got a 10 on this one. This is a tough set for centering. Such a tough set. 92 Flier Basketball. That one got a 10. I guess we'll show Manny. Manny the rookies, 9. Dream Team Frank. Bettis. you know, thought it would be a 10 when I sent it in. Got a 9. 96 Studio Piazza 9. Here's a cool one. Piazza Bowman in a 10. Cool image. Love the 98 Bowman card design as well. This is neat. Bronze. So bronze out of 100 Moss. You know, I would call it the Upper Deck exclusives, even though it doesn't say it. But later on, they went on to doing that. It's definitely off-centered. Cool second year insert. The Under Pressure from Flier Tradition. Here is a UD Ionics Urlacher Futuristics in a 10. This is how you tell the centering on this. You see these two purple things coming down. You just want to have even amount to the right and left of them, if that makes sense. So that's the gold to 99 pristine Rivers. Fitzy Bowman. PMG McKinnon. This might be a huge card. Now I don't know if the market's huge for the PMGs, like the modern day ones. You know, this is from 13 Showcase, but solid mint 9 on a card that's not typically that easy. And then David Ortiz 01 Tops, mint 9 on that. Okay, let's go into the last box. And oddly enough, I actually haven't seen these yet, so. SPX Andre Johnson rookie, 250. I think he'll have a chance at the Hall for sure, so. I always loved this card back in the fall of 2003. I thought the design was really neat. I used to buy this and the left twitch. The left twitch didn't really work out. Frank Gore, 1275, 05 SPX, 8. Some ultra modern sneaking in. Pete Alonso, 475, and a 10. Here's the Acuna blue at bat in blue jersey. Optic Luca got a 10. There's 3 of these. So here's the first Lamar 9. Second one 10. Third one 9. Watson silver. Mint 9. Very easy set. I would definitely not pay the premium on a 10 for this card. Second 10. Third 10. It's just, I mean, you can buy this card raw for what, 90 bucks? So why pay 400 for a 10 when the odds of, like, if you buy this card raw, there's probably like a 50% chance you'll have a 10. I mean, I don't know if people are looking at their cards closer now, but I don't know. The refractor, this is the Albies 15 Bowman Chrome. This is a neat card. $4.99 on the back there, mint 9. These are always a circus ride, these Griffey Star rookies, but this one got a 9. Never got a 10, but I typically get 8s and 9s when I send these in, so this is a nice copy. Hershiser, rookie. I don't know why we're getting cards from like the 80s now in this box. But an 8 on this one. It's got good centering though. It's got awesome eye appeal for an 8. Will Clark, Topps Traded is so tough. Like this card is beautiful. These are pulled straight from factory sets. Like right to left's good. Top to bottom looks good. There's virtually no chipping. So I mean that's just a great card. Mint 9 on that. We've got Palmeiro. These are tough. These the rookies 87s. But there's a Palmeiro. The Liar. And Schilling. It's like a $25 card and a 9, so why not? Why not send in cards you think are 9s? Schill 9, and then wrap it up with Acuna. High number 9 to wrap up the order. So I thought it was a good order. Definitely some big boppers in there. You know, there were a few low-key moments, but for the most part, that was a lot of fun. I'll get this one uploaded, and I'll try to put some prices, you know, like recent sales of not all the cards. It just takes way too long, but I'll pick some of the bigger cards out and put some prices. I think it adds to the video, like I say, typically. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the order. Later.